This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell and Missy Kohler. News 25, local news you can count on. Today's news is brought to you in part by Dr. George Leeks, Pahrumps optometrist since 1990, offering full spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson. News 25 is also brought to you by Silver State Health, Pahrumps exclusive pediatric care clinic. Call 775-505-1214 for an appointment.
Welcome. It's Monday, March 8th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
I'm Missy Kohler. We hope you had a great weekend, and we're happy to have you with us tonight.
Well, life without the possibility of parole. Justice for little Yesenia Camp was had today in Judge Robert Lane's courtroom.
Yesenia Camp's family packed the courtroom today to be a voice for the 3-year-old little girl whose life was taken so violently in 2017 by the hands of someone she trusted. Cole Ingleson appeared via television from the Pahrump jail. He was given the opportunity to speak to the court today. He did not offer words of regret or apology. Instead, he asked the court if anything he might say could still be used against him if there were another trial. He also stated that he felt that a jury should decide his fate, not the judge, and Judge Lane was quick to deny that request. The jury in this case only needed 2 hours to decide that Ingleson was guilty for beating Yesenia Camp to death. They heard testimony of the injuries the little girl received from the emergency room staff that brought experienced medical personnel to tears. The trauma to the little girl included numerous injuries, a skull fracture, hemorrhages in both eyes, lung damage. At the trial, the medical examiner had to list the injuries by region because they were so extensive. Yesenia's family was given the opportunity to speak to the court today. Her big sister spoke of how guilty she felt that she had not been home to protect her little sister. Yesenia's mother, Victoria Schlick, spoke through tears about all she will miss about her little girl's life.
Never see her graduate high school. I will never get to see her fall in love or wipe her tears from her first heartbreak. I will never get to see her get married or have the children she was meant to have.
Each person that spoke told the judge that Ingleson should get exactly what he gave Yesenia, no compassion and no leniency. Judge Lane listened intently to the defense, the state, and Yesenia's family. He said that even today, he continued to look for remorse from Ingleson. The remorse was not there, even today. Judge Lane was complimentary of the defense team for the work they had put into defending Ingleson on such a difficult crime. And then he delivered his sentence. The words left Yesenia's family in tears.
Life without is the obvious sentence. There is no other sentence you could do in this situation. Restitution, fines, and fees is set forth by the statutes of the court. Anything else? Anyone else? Court's adjourned.
You made me cry. I'm so happy. You did.
Thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
Nye County District Attorney Chris Arabia says he's pleased with the sentence given to Cole Ingleson. Arabia said life behind bars will ensure Ingleson can't hurt another family.
It was really the only sentence that made sense in this case. As you know, Mr. Ingleson just brutally and senselessly murdered a 3-year-old girl a few years ago. And in fact, if I had been in office when it happened, we might have gone in a different direction. But under the way that this was done, life without parole is the maximum sentence that was available. And we're very happy, and I'm grateful for the fact that Mr. Ingleson will not be able to get out of prison, and he will never be able to put another family through what he put this family through. And I guess that, I hope that Yesenia somehow knows that she wasn't forgotten and that the community cares about her. And I know that this case really hurt a lot of people in the community because it's a hard thing to accept that it happened here where we live. But what we stand for is to try to get justice for her. And I think that we've done that. And it's just a very sad case, but at least we got a good outcome after the trial with this sentence of life without parole.
Well, just hours after asking for the public's help in locating a wanted man, the Nye County Sheriff's Office makes an arrest. Wanted burglary and home invasion suspect Christopher Holderson was captured today after many residents reported that the individual was allegedly breaking into their vehicles and properties. The Nye County Sheriff's Office put out a wanted poster this morning on their Facebook page, and just hours later, Holderson was captured on Bourbon Street. Deputies and detectives cornered him in the parking lot of an apartment complex. Holderson reportedly ingested pills at the time of the capture and was transported via Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue ambulance to Desert View Hospital for treatment. He allegedly attempted to escape from the hospital shortly after. He also reportedly dropped a bag on the ground while running from police. The location where he was captured today is one of the neighborhoods the suspect has been reported frequenting and, according to the Nye County Sheriff's Office, terrorizing. Last week, Holderson was identified as a person of interest in a home invasion on Wilson and Beale roads and several auto burglaries. Over the weekend, deputies increased patrols. They also received tips from the public as to the whereabouts of this individual. Holderson has been reportedly spotted and even caught on camera and video recently. One local, recognizing him from Facebook post, even took a photo of him shortly after an alleged home invasion riding a dirt bike. Holderson currently has 2 other burglary cases in court at this time. If you believe you're a victim of Christopher Holderson and have any photos or video evidence, you can contact the detectives at the Nye County Sheriff's Office at 775-751-7000.
If you've been receiving unemployment benefits due to the pandemic, those will be coming to an end. We've got more details coming up after the break.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on. This segment of the news is brought to you by Pahrump Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 10,054. Open to our veterans and our community. Stop by or give them a call.
Welcome back. Unemployment benefits for Americans affected by the pandemic are coming to an end. And if you're receiving more robocalls these days, you're not alone.
Here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief.
Topping our news, not much time is left for Americans who have been unemployed for 6 months or more to get government assistance. Unemployment benefits end March 14th. Democrats are rushing to get the $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan Act passed this week and onto the president's desk. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell tells Fox News the $1,400 stimulus checks proposed in that plan could stop Americans from working. It's not your imagination. Robocalls are making a comeback to pre-pandemic levels. According to new data coming from robocall prevention service UMail, Americans received more than 4.6 billion calls in February, up 15% from January. And yes, there is a correlation to what's happening with the COVID crisis and the improving economy and those calls. The most popular robocall is about a car warranty.
Well, the Nevada Department of Public Safety says that they are investigating a suspected homicide of an adult male that occurred on March 2nd at the Desert Springs Senior Housing Community located in Laughlin on Fort Mojave Indian tribal land. Tribal police officers initially responded to a report of an altercation and discovered the victim deceased inside the residence. They say that they located and detained a male suspect, 20-year-old Ethan Bright, who you see here in this picture. The investigation division was subsequently contacted Nevada Department of Public Safety and asked to conduct the investigation with the assistance of the tribal, local, and federal law enforcement partners. Bright has been charged with open murder and enhanced deadly weapon charges. He was booked at the Clark County Detention Center without bail. The investigation into this matter continues.
A 2-car accident on Friday evening sent 3 for medical treatment and caused significant damage to the vehicles.
3 people were transported as a result of a 2-vehicle crash that occurred on Friday night on Leslie Street and Betty Avenue here in Pahrump. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies, auxiliary units, and Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue arrived on scene. All 3 people were transported by ground ambulance to Desert View Hospital. One occupant, described as a male with a possible broken leg, was subsequently airlifted to a trauma center in Las Vegas via Mercy Air. The other 2 individuals were described as a pregnant female and another male complaining of neck and back pain. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies are investigating the cause of this crash, in which both vehicles sustained major damage. And Nevada Highway Patrol is investigating a single vehicle accident on southbound Highway 160. Clark County Fire and Rescue, Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue, Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies, and Nevada Highway Patrol were dispatched to a vehicle versus cable barrier accident on Highway 160, mile marker 27 in Clark County. Fire Chief Scott Lewis from Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue says that the individual self-extricated and was taken into the care and custody of Nevada Highway Patrol shortly after the accident occurred. The vehicle sustained major damage and reportedly caught fire shortly after impact. Nevada Highway Patrol is conducting the accident investigation.
The CDC has issued a first set of recommendations for activities that people who are fully vaccinated against COVID-19 can safely resume. The guidance is based on the latest science and includes recommendations for how and when a fully vaccinated individual can visit with others who are fully vaccinated and with other people who are not. The CDC says that some activities can be resumed now for people in their own homes. Even those who are vaccinated, they should continue with all mitigation strategies when in public settings. As the science evolves, more people will get vaccinated and will continue to provide more guidance to help fully vaccinated people safely resume more activities. This includes not wearing a mask and being indoors with others who aren't vaccinated. If you have more questions about what the CDC has decided today, go to cdc.gov and find out all the information there. We'll be back with more News 25 after the break.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by Canyon Ridge Periodontics. Give them a call at 702-966-0302.
Welcome back. We're all feeling the stress of the pandemic, and as many of us head straight to the kitchen to cope, not all foods are created equal. Erica Foreman has more on stress-busting snacks.
If you're stressed and looking for relief in the kitchen, be sure to snack wisely. Cleveland Clinic's Dr. Susan Albers says some foods can be calming, like mandarin oranges.
Not only do they have a great dose of vitamin C, which we need when we're feeling stressed to keep our immune system up, they're also a little bit sweet, they're very portable, and they are low in calorie. Also, as you unpeel them, make sure to take a nice deep whiff of that orange. Studies have shown that citrus aroma is actually calming and soothing.
Pumpkin seeds, which are packed with magnesium, are another stress-relieving snack.
And magnesium is really important for helping to relax and calm our bodies. Studies have shown that people who have low magnesium actually have higher anxiety level.
And if you struggle with emotional eating, just 2 Brazil nuts each day may help.
They are full of selenium. And selenium helps to regulate our thyroid. And our thyroid runs everything in our body, from our temperature to our mood to our sleep, and also our metabolism.
If stress is keeping you up at night, Dr. Albers says tart cherries or cherry juice may help ease your mind.
Drinking a glass before you go to bed can be really helpful in helping you to get to sleep and also reducing that inflammation in the body.
At Cleveland Clinic, I'm Erica Foreman.
Thanks, Erica. Well, Dr. Albers says adding cinnamon to your food can help regulate your blood sugar, and its scent may make you feel less stressed, too.
Nye County has opened a COVID-19 vaccination pod or point of distribution here in Pahrump, and appointments are being accepted. This vaccine distribution will be held on Wednesday, March 10th until 3:45 p.m. for the general public aged 65 and older and others. For more information, just go to nyecounty.net to book your appointment. This is for the first dose appointments only.
Well, you know what it is. It's Monday, and that's time to meet another available adoption pet at our local shelter, Desert Haven. Let's see Darby O'Donnell, who introduces us to a cat named Abby.
Today's Save a Pet is proudly sponsored by Jason Ernest with Mountain West Lawyers. Call 775-727-9500.
Hi, I'm Darby here at Desert Haven Animal Society, and today we are in the cat room and we are joined by Abby. Abby is a fluffy, all-black kitty. She's so cute. She has gorgeous green eyes. She's a very large cat. She's about a year old. She did come in as a stray. She is very, very affectionate. She probably needs to mingle with some other kitties. If you have some other kitties in the house, she'll need some time. But right off the bat, started purring, loved to be pet, very affectionate towards me, didn't mind being picked up. So if you want to come and see Miss Abby or any of her friends here in the cat room, please give them a call ahead of time to make an appointment. 775-751-7020. Or you can look them up on their Facebook page at Desert Haven Animal Society.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, there you go. That's our look outside right now while we're doing news tonight. We're going to have John Kohler here in just a moment to tell us what's in store for this week.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios. And how was your weekend? Are you refreshed? Are you ready to take on the day and the rest of the week? Well, we got one to tell you about coming up. Man, temperatures up and down the state. Let's take a quick look. 53 degrees in Fernley, all the way down to Tonopah, it's staying in the mid-50s, actually. Goldfield, you're seeing almost 60 degrees, so we'll make a tick mark there. Beatty, 66 degrees. Amargosa, as much as 71, all the way down to Las Vegas, 74 degrees for high today. Felt pretty good, 47 degrees, except for that wind. A lot of wind. A lot of wind here in Pahrump, actually. Take a look at it currently. 66 degrees is our current temperature. 22-mile-per-hour winds all day long. Yes, it was quite the blow, and we got more coming. Sun rose this morning at 6:04 a.m., sets this evening just a little bit, 5:45 p.m. It's going to be glorious. We got some clouds. Man, there was a sunrise and a sunset last night. Let's see. Low tonight, 39 degrees. We'll see that humidity kicking up and some more clouds and some stuff coming up. Look at this Tuesday. Oh, Wednesday, rain. Thursday, rain. Friday, clouds. Yes, and lots of wind as we push on into the week. 21-mile-per-hour winds setting the tone tomorrow. And they're not really letting up all that much. It looks like it calms down a little bit Saturday and Sunday. And maybe we'll see some clearing and the clouds going away. But we're going to be blowing around here for a few days, folks. So watch out for that. And enjoy that rain Wednesday and Thursday. Maybe we'll get a gully washer, wash down all this dust. Won't that feel good? All right, springtime in Pahrump. Loving it. Back to the desk. It's Missy and Deanna.
Thanks so much. I can't wait to see if it's going to rain.
You don't believe it?
Well, it always changes all the time.
Well, of course.
And at least if it rains, it only rains like in a circle around my house. My house is always dry, and I go down the street and it's rained everywhere else, but just not at my house. Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens, huh?
We'll see. All right. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
I'm Missy Kohler. Have a nice evening.
Good night.